And welcome to the No Something Required podcast, a podcast where we talk about nothing at all. And now your trio of hosts, starting with Audrey, Pfizer Gang Ember, Romina of the Moderna Mafia, and of course your Dark Lord of the Internet, the cure for all things, Roberto Blake. Welcome to the No Something Required podcast, filmed in front of a live YouTube audience. Please like and subscribe.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's what you went with?
Yeah, that's what we went with.
The Cure?
I'm the Cure.
Wow.
If you're not Pfizer Gang,
how come I'm the worst one?
Oh, the worst one I think right now is JJ.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why you didn't claim that one?
I am the Cure.
Well, thank you as always for the lovely intro. Can't say that I would do a better job.
That sounded like a threat.
You already know that Audrey can't.
No.
Oh, Lord.
We all saw how that went down.
All right.
Ooh. Cart gal, I'm fascinated by NFTs.
I tried explaining those to my parents today. It seemed a little confusing.
How did you explain it to them?
I explained
it to me
that
like
it's like
Audrey's parents.
I explained that it's like if you're gonna get an original Picasso versus replicating it exactly and selling it to someone else, but it's not the original. You know, I want more in depth. That's one example that I used. Is that good?
I suppose.
All right. It wasn't very convincing.
Well, let's just read what our good friends at Wikipedia have to say about it.
Wow.
NFT, a non-fungible token, is a unit of data stored on a digital ledger called a blockchain that certifies a digital asset to be unique and therefore not interchangeable. NFTs can be used to represent items such as photos, videos, audio, and other types of digital files. Access to any copy of the original file, however, is not restricted to the buyer of the NFT. While copies of these digital items are available for anyone to obtain, NFTs are tracked on blockchains to provide the owner with a proof of ownership that is separate from copyright. In 2021, there's been increased interest in using NFTs. Blockchains like Ethereum, Flow, and Tezos have their own standards when it comes to supporting NFTs, but each works to ensure that the digital item represented is authentically one of a kind. NFTs are now being used to commodify digital assets in art, music, sports, and other popular entertainment. Most NFTs are part of the Ethereum blockchain. However, other blockchains can implement their own version of NFTs.
Wow. I blockchain confuses me, but I feel like that's a rabbit hole, you know?
Blockchain is a whole another thing, but if I were going to basically explain it in a way that you might understand, and Romina, you can feel free to interject or correct me if this analogy doesn't work, but blockchain is a protocol. The way that you would have to understand a protocol is to realize that your web browser currently uses a protocol called HTTPS, which is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And then the S is secure. When that happens, that's how we are able to use domain names and basically website URLs in order to get to websites, which are then rendered usually with what is called HTML code. So HTML code is a language, there are these markup languages. Hypertext markup language is what HTML means. So it's a language that's used to render a web page. So that's the code. So the code is one layer. The browser is the application, and the URL is, or the way we use the URLs, is the protocol. So when you look at blockchain, you can look at blockchain in the same way as you look at how website domain addresses and URLs work in terms of a protocol. You can look at something like a cryptocurrency or an NFT as an application the same way you look at a web browser. And then the thing that they are is basically what a web page is. Romina, does that make sense?
Okay.
Yes.
So the reason why blockchain is just like the type of crypto?
No, it's the means by which we interact with it. If you really think about it. Because remember, blockchain is no different than what we are like saying HTTP is, putting in a website URL. Okay. But we need a browser for that. So a browser is an application that makes use of a protocol. So cryptocurrency is an application that's making use of the blockchain protocol, and NFTs are an application that makes use of the blockchain protocol.
Oh, okay.
And then whatever we have on the other side is the same thing as the web pages themselves. So you can think of cryptocurrency as Firefox, and you can think of an NFT as maybe something like Chrome. These browsers are just applications. They're just apps. So cryptocurrencies are basically apps. Every different cryptocurrency is basically like a Firefox, an Internet Explorer, a Netscape Navigator, etc. It's just an application. But the thing is, those applications wouldn't work without blockchain in the same way that our browsers don't work without us being able to type in website addresses.
Okay. That's
and then
interesting.
and then the things inside of them are the same way that when we go to a website, it's kind of useless if there's nothing to interact with. So then whatever, the application is giving us, whatever it's doing is the actual thing that we care about.
Okay. Cool.
So you're an expert now, right? You're into
Oh yeah.
I mean, do you at least get it now? Does it kind of like...
Yeah, it makes more sense. I feel like I'd have to look more into it to, see tangibly what that
looks like.
Like Romina, like how
It's a
did you think my explanation though in terms of something we've already experienced kind of makes sense?
Yeah, I think that I think it's a good analogy. I think that it makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's also, I mean, it's not really that it's complicated so much as complex.
Mhm.
So you can understand the basics of it enough to be able to invest and participate in it.
Mhm.
You don't have to dive that deep into it, but it is a fascinating world to dive into further and try to understand.
Sure.
But I think it's
Okay.
so. Someone in the chat, Cart Girl, says that they started a second channel just to talk about NFTs. That's how big this is.
That's dope.
Yeah, right? Do you think, Roberto, that you are going to start a channel at some point where you just talk about crypto? Do you think that's ever going to be...
I think that the conversation around crypto, NFTs, and those digital assets, one, some of it will find its way into my main channel because I think that it's a legit part of the creator economy. And then, but I do feel like I will probably next year have a faceless channel that nobody knows is me, that probably has like a British accent, that that talks about like
Who's gonna do it? Are you gonna do the British accent, or are you gonna?
A machine will do it because you can use text to speech to voice.
Sure.
But won't it
Also-
sound like a machine?
No,
No.
they sound really good.
So, I was working with a company that.
Or
did
I'll use a
that.
voice modifier.
I was working with a company that did that. Basically, what they do is provide artificial. They provide synthesized voices. So,
Mhm.
like Siri and Alexa.
Hmm.
And their whole model is to translate, to make content more accessible in different
Yes.
languages without doing subtitles.
Yes.
So it's an interesting platform, and it was really cool. I was working with them for years,
Mm.
and they've grown so much to the point that they have news channels that send them clips, and the way that they do it is they built a platform, a machine where you can send in, and the machine automatically creates it, translates it, and dubs it.
Did you hear that YouTube is looking at setting up where you can have multiple audio files to have dubbing built into your channel? They're doing an
Cool.
experiment.
What?
Yeah, they're doing an experiment. I don't know if it'll stay part of the platform, but
Well, then that
Wait,
sounds like
multiple
something
audio?
they should probably work with this company then, because it sounds like that would be. I mean, that's
interesting.
essentially what they were trying to do.
Like, so my plan is to remove myself from this potential YouTube channel because like I want to make things that are scalable for the future instead, because I'll have too many Roberto Blake channels soon as it is, to like which is already going to make me build like a team and outsource more. But like the plan for me is to start building scalable faceless channels. And one of the most practical things, I'm very passionate about personal finance education and money and things like that. It's also one of the most profitable channels you can do. So plan is to hire a voice talent, have the scripts written for them, mostly start with explainer videos just to explain here is what something is, or here's a concept, or here's how this works, or blah 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 blah, and to do it, and then to know that this is education based content, and this eventually could be redubbed in other languages per se, and that makes it massively scalable.
Right.
And
so these are
and to have it be a faceless channel to where it's either it's like animated, it's stuff like that. Maybe not quite the level of Kurt's Gazette, but something like that. Like the idea would be to build an infographic show or a Kurt's Gazette, but make it really practical, really affordable, really scalable, make it consistent, and to have kind of a plan for it as a resource channel to know that like, okay, there's kind of like a point where even if we don't make new content or don't make it that often, it doesn't matter at a certain point once there's a baseline, and scale it. And then it can also be redubbed in other languages, so on and so forth. And then do the following year, build the foundation of another channel, probably in something history based. Like I've always wanted to do something that maybe just covers, like, because I don't want it to be something that then is only limited to the US. So again, it might be something like just doing the history of mythological creatures, because then that's actually really cool and something I actually kind of like. And you don't have to, and you can make you can do a channel like that and release like 5 videos or 8 videos all at once as a baseline, and then only release like 1 video a month, and it'd be fine.
Right. And that's actually the kind of videos that the kind of clients that the company was working with is exactly that, like draw my life type of channels, arts and crafts channels, ones where you only see the hands creating things, and it's not the vlogger type where you see their faces.
Basically just mass produce those.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I don't see anything wrong with that, to be honest with you.
No, I mean that's essentially what television and cable is, isn't it? Mass producing video. But guys, to kind of bring it back to crypto, Doge is currently at 0.2.
What?
It's crazy.
What was at it before?
What was it before, Audrey?
Yeah, like
when
last
Audrey, you don't
night.
have anything in this, do you?
No.
Yeah, do you have any Doge?
No.
Oh, that's sad, Audrey. That's real sad. When I
All right.
I got in at 0.003.
Oh my god.
I didn't get a lot though because I like
Frugal.
It's Doge, and I wasn't gonna.
It's
drop
a meme,
$100,000.
and
It's a
you're
meme, right?
frugal.
No,
And
yeah, of
we
course.
ain't all got that Big Daddy
It's a
Keemstar
meme.
money.
Not
We don't
yet.
all have that. We
Not
don't all have
yet.
that.
Not yet.
We all don't have that Big Daddy Keemstar money. But here's the thing: like, I'm up 2,000% on Doge. Like, I'm up 2,000% on Doge. I bought at I didn't buy at 003 like Romina. I bought at 009, I think. I did
pretty much the same.
Hmm?
We're pretty much the same.
I cashed out $100 though back when I could get when my value went up to like 600 or something crazy like that. I cashed out 500 of it, let 100 ride as the original investment. So now that is now almost up to $429 right now. So like that's like
Right.
so people don't think I'm lying or anything. It's like this is this is me.
I mean, what I do is what I do is I get, however, once I've reached a point where I've profited, I cash out.
Yeah.
So then I've already met what I've put in, the investment. So let's say I put in $100. If it gets to the point where it's 100, I cash out, I make my $100, and I let the rest of it remain in there to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I cash out in bits, right? So that way I've made some gains, but then at the same time I'm still preserving some of it for some of the growth.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, I'll take my profits now.
Right.
So right now I also am writing Ethereum Classic. It's about 32.
Oh, yeah.
It's about 32. I got in at 10. I bought 25 at 10. So I put in $250 basically. I basically put in half of my winnings from Doge originally, is basically how I played it. And now it's all worth about 800, and it's still going up because of the current crypto boom.
Right.
So I might ride this through the weekend and then take
You were supposed to say to the moon.
No.
Wow.
So I might ride this to the weekend and then take like a goodly amount of my money, take double what I put in and say, okay, taking my money and run and let the rest ride and because again, I have no regrets. Like other people are like, oh, if I left more in and all that, like, I'm like, no, if I tripled my money, why be greedy? That's my problem with a lot of crypto people is they're greedy, and it's just like, I'll take a little bit of like some like smash and grab cash of like getting a couple $100, right. But I'm not gonna be stupid and risk thousands of dollars. Now again, if I had crazy money like that, I just don't
you can play with
like crazy money. I don't like. Okay, so like I'm only bringing him up because like Keemstar is like a big crypto believer, but he like says, okay, hey, I'm not an investor, I'm a degenerate gambler. But like what people don't understand is that's him. I'm quoting him. Like what people don't understand is he's actually more honest and has more integrity than people would give him credit for. But he's a crypto believer. Like he's really deeply a crypto believer. Doge, XRP, Ripple, all of it, Bitcoin. But he was an early adopter. But you get to be an early adopter when you have disposable income. Because what people don't realize is before Minecraft ever had a console game, he got 30% in a Minecraft clone and became basically an overnight millionaire in the early days of YouTube because he was able to promote to the gaming community because he got started in gaming in the early days. Like in the early days of Drama Alert, he like promoted this Minecraft clone thing for console that came out, and it sold like 10 million copies. So he had 30% equity in that. He became an overnight millionaire really quickly, more or less, because of the ability to get equity in a startup gaming company that piggybacked off the success of Minecraft. So he had disposable income to invest in stocks and then be an early crypto adopter. It was money he was not going to miss because he could afford to make some bets and to know that he had more than enough for retirement. And he was making good money in the early days of YouTube, pretty much in a way. And like he had already come off of having a good job working for a law firm doing collections. So when you have disposable income, you can be an early adopter to these things. The problem I have is with people who don't have disposable income getting in on hype trains, hyped up by early adopters, where they don't know what's going on, and where these are people who can't gamble.
Right. I noticed that you were using Robinhood.
I have everything. I have Robinhood, Webull, I have Public.
Do you have crypto
Fundrise
on all of them? Or is Robinhood the go-to?
I have Coinbase. I have Coinbase for like a lot of my crypto. Robinhood was convenient for these particular ones, and it was because I could take my winnings from some other stuff that I cashed out on, to where I'm like, okay, I've gotten what I want out of these stocks. I'm getting out. Like there were some short-term stocks that I piggybacked and got some money off of that I then decided to use to go into some crypto that I thought could do well.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm on the same thing. I've got Robinhood and then also Coinbase. And I like Robinhood because of the ease of use, and then also because I have my stocks are there. So then when I do sell, or when I get dividends, then I can use that. To get
I like that, and I wanted my historical data. I know a lot of people got mad over the GameStop BS and everything like that. I didn't care. And besides, I'd been trading in Robinhood, so the thing is, for me, this was nothing new. During the tech crash, there were things that they had to halt, and I also understand the way that the clearinghouses work is no different than the way payment processors work, like with how sometimes, like, people don't realize that they don't have any leverage with the old world institutions and everything. If you are controversial, and not just in politics, if you're doing something like even in the like adult industry or whatever, that the payment processors, the Visas, the MasterCards can tell PayPal or Payoneer or Stripe or Venmo or Patreon to not do business with you. If you are doing content that literally the financial banking industry doesn't agree with, they can shut you down. They can tell Shopify to stop processing your payments. They've done it. So like, people who are sitting there mad at Robinhood, don't even understand that there's no brokerage. Webull can make all the promises it wants. Public can make all the promises they want and everything like that. But at the day, they answer to the masters of the universe. Robinhood just was the biggest one. Like, you're not any better off with any of these apps than the other. There's no getting around. If the masters of the universe decide to put a halt on anything, or decide to tell the clearinghouses to do this, or decide to tell any of these platforms to do anything, like, they don't have a choice in that.
Right.
So there's like, so that's it.
I prefer Robinhood for when it comes to specifically for crypto. I prefer Robinhood for trading, just because I can see the history of the data and the gains, and it's very clear how much I put in and how much what my return is, because it's built for that, for the trading. And I use Coinbase for investing in crypto and converting to crypto so that I can own crypto.
And to be able to put into a wallet of your choice later.
Right, exactly.
Because it's not really good for keeping track of your investments at all. It's only good for acquisition and holding.
Yeah. It's very bad.
It's hard. It's like, it's really like, that may be why it was overhyped as an IPO.
The desktop version, like the web page, would be better, and it's not. It's really not.
No, in fact, the Robinhood's the only one of these apps. Public has a decent UX. All right, so Robinhood has the best UI UX design, and then Public has probably the next best UI UX design, and then M1 Finance probably after that. Webull has the most robust features, but the worst design. Yeah,
it's not worst in the sense that it's not intuitive at all. It's
Yeah.
everything is so
And it's
hidden.
ugly.
It's really ugly.
Yeah.
I do like
I
that
love
they
it.
have a desktop app.
Hmm.
I do like that.
And I love the features, and I love the paper trading, and I
that we can
love
customize it too, because it's so modular that you can really focus on the
it's
things that
but
you
it's
care
so
about.
advanced as to be
Yeah.
intimidating to the. I'm gonna look at Stash though, but I've heard some negative things about Stash. But it's probably the only app I
I
don't
haven't
have.
liked Stash. It was too dumbed down. It was too dumbed down for me. I had
And-
Stash and I got rid of.
But would you
it.
like recommend Stash to your parents though?
No.
Hmm.
If it were me, I'd probably just get them on Robinhood and then teach them, set them up, and then have everything just automated. And
How do you feel about the investing on Cash App?
I can't. I have the app, but I haven't done anything with it because I'm
Good
already
design.
kind of I'm already kind of diversified enough, I feel like, and I just I just haven't really found a reason to do it. I will say that Robinhood has been the most intuitive. I don't like, and I've talked about this before on the podcast and with you, Roberto, the fact that it's so vertical. That everything like if you own more than 10 positions,
it gets bad.
The scrolling is like I can never find.
I can't hold more than 12 positions basically I
have to go to
becomes
the search
worthless.
bar and look and type in and then go to the page because I can't, there's like no way for me to find what I'm invested in.
Yeah.
By just scrolling. I wish that in that sense it had the Weeble functionality where I could create the different folders and categorize the investments. Because even with like the fact that you can make like the wish lists and stuff like that, like you can make your list.
It's not great. Yes.
But it's at the bottom. And again, it's all vertical.
And it becomes endless scrolling. I hate it so much in that regard. Yeah. And then the thing is, there's a really great trick I use in the desktop app to be able, if I wanted to do speculative stock picks, I can do it really well. I taught my friend Dennis this in the desktop. But the problem is, like, in terms of seeing like my stocks and my growth and my gains, it's kind of a pain in the butt in the desktop, actually.
But there is a plugin that I got. I think it was on Chrome or maybe it was on Firefox. I don't know which one of them. But it was a thing that it allows me to download all of my positions.
Oh, interesting.
From Robinhood on a spreadsheet, which I did. So I did that and I was able to organize and then put in the information that I wanted to, like to see what kind of gains I was getting and as far as like dividends. Yes, another spreadsheet.
Robinhood is trending because Doge is like
is going.
Robinhood is trending after everyone talked all that good. Actually, now that Robinhood's trending, maybe this is a really good.
Ooh, well, this is a good time to plug my
drop
link.
Yeah.
And you know what? For a limited time, you can. They're giving 3 free stocks.
What?
For when you refer friends, but does your friend get 3 stocks or just the one?
Earn 3 gift stocks on us. For every friend you successfully refer, you'll now earn 3 gift stocks.
Yes, that's been working out for me, but I'm wondering if my friends get 3 or they just get 1.
Help your friends to start their
you guys can fight over You guys can fight over whose link I use.
You can invite as many friends as you want and can receive up to 500 gift stocks each year. Oh, it doesn't say anything.
I'm gonna be nice. You can give it, Romina. You can give Audrey your link.
I wanted to fight. You guys need to
let them fight.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Audrey's over here like, let them fight.
Yes.
Don't you get enough fighting
rock,
from
paper,
us?
scissors or something. I actually don't know if I already made one. I remember I downloaded it when all the when it was trending a while ago.
All right, I'm gonna head over to Twitter. I'm gonna share my link.
Like a lot of people are mad and saying like 77% of people surveyed believe Robinhood's restriction of trading during the GameStop frenzy was market manipulation. I don't care. And and here's why. Like the argument of stop all trading then is like, it's like, no, the people who wanted to buy more Tesla in the dip shouldn't have had to have anything happen to them because a bunch of like freaking kids in Reddit decided to do a short squeeze and everything like that because they wanted to like fight the man. Like, I don't care about any of that. What I care about is that I have the convenient app and everything like that. It's like, oh, Robinhood manipulated the market, or the finance companies manipulated the market. It's like, oh wait, rich dudes are doing rich dude stuff. Oh, perish the thought. Like, I don't care.
Perish the thought.
Yeah, like I don't care about these things. Like I really don't. I'm like, and it's like, because here's the thing: for the 99% of investors who don't give a shit about GameStop and AMC, like it doesn't matter, and it shouldn't. And again, influencers manipulate their audience, and they might really believe in this whole thing or whatever, because a lot of them are gamers or this or that. But like, a bunch of influencers manipulated their audience and got them to move all their stuff out of Robinhood to other trading apps that gave them brand deals that they didn't disclose. And I know for a fact that happened because other people in personal finance YouTube told me that they turned down those deals.
Are you spilling the tea right now?
I'm not calling anybody out or nothing.
That sounds like some tea.
Yeah, that's some pretty good tea, man.
Like the stuff I see in this industry is like, it's crazy. So again, that's why I'm kind of jaded, and I just like, I don't care. Like everybody's like high, heavy-handed, moral grandstanding. I'm like, oh, you're full of shit. Because I know, because I hear about everything, and I'm like, yeah, no, I know, like, yeah, yeah, keep playing, like,
Not surprised.
Yeah.
This bipedal freak of nature keeps falling off my microphone. I'm gonna have to get new dinosaurs soon. People are gonna get tired of seeing the same dinosaurs on the.
You should get a T-Rex. Then I'll know how to pronounce it.
It's a Parasaurolophilus.
Oh my god.
What? Okay,
How
I
do you
finally
spell that?
How it sounds.
Alright. Someone should do a spelling bee, but only dinosaur names.
I bet that's a thing. That's got to be a thing,
That
right?
sounds awful. If you don't know all of them already.
Roberto, were you ever in a spelling bee growing up?
Oh, I crushed it all the time and everything
All
like
right,
that.
so-
I crushed spelling bees, reading Olympics, science Olympiad, the science
Wow,
fair
that wasn't
with
the question.
the dioramas.
Roberto.
I was like
flexing.
for
Roberto's
a
like,
long
"Excuse me,
time.
I have a trophy right here. He pulled
For a
out
long
little
time,
one.
I was a
First
model
place.
student.
Little bee.
I was a model student until I realized that none of it mattered.
Wow. As he takes a sip from what? Is that yerba mate?
What the heck?
Mm. What do you mean, what the heck?
I didn't know what that was.
Yes, I-Justine has graced me with the secret to immortality.
Well, you know, I have a gourd. I can actually, I make actual yerba mate in a little gourd, and I have the little, you just sip it.
Wait, what is
Listen,
it?
Roberto, you can flex about your spelling bees. Let me flex about my tea.
Actually, that reminds me, I need to ask Justine about the setup that she has for her lettuce for her indoor like.
Oh yeah,
Right.
what is that all
That was
about?
the most random. I thought you were gonna say something tech related, and then you're like, lettuce.
Well,
No,
it is
like-
tech related.
No, she's really like she's really into it. She's into it.
Not the lettuce.
The lettuce, yeah, the indoor farming, like
Oh, is it called garden with the Y?
maybe.
Because I edited a video about that. So
I think it
feel
is,
like I know
actually.
a lot about those.
It's possible. It is tech related.
Yeah,
Agriculture.
Yeah, but she's like just like really into that. Just like I mean, like how she was unfortunately until they passed the hummingbirds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like like there's a like really the urban gardening and container gardening and indoor like people are really getting into it. Our friend Jay is growing his own herbs for tea now.
Yeah.
Yeah, his little tea garden looks so cute.
Yeah, I mean I actually
Makes me
like
want to do my own.
remember all my plants are real.
As opposed to fake.
Like, well, you know, all the tech YouTubers have those fake plants. Like, all mine are real.
Yeah. So are mine. You want to see one of mine? I got one right here. Check it out.
Do you want to see
You guys
my
already know I already grow. You guys know I grow my own peppers and my own
Audrey,
cherry tomatoes.
Audrey, what is that?
This is my plant. It's a little dead, but
Oh,
It looks like
God.
something out of a Tim Burton movie.
it used to be a cactus.
Roberto, do
Oh,
you
dear
like
God.
my little plant?
No, it's actually that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
These are like self-sustaining. Like I
Oh my
forgot what
God.
they're called, but it
A
starts
moss ball?
with a K. No, I forgot what it's called. It starts with a K. I'll think about it later. But it's they're really great because it has like all the nutrients and everything that it needs. It's like it's held within this ball, and so you can just place it on any little plate or like anything that you want.
Huh.
That's cool.
And then
Interesting.
it's actually really easy to take care of them.
Huh.
With the water in?
Interesting.
Fill them up with water, and then you can like touch them, and if they're still wet, then you
that's
give them more
interesting.
water. Yeah, and they're really pretty. I'll get this one that's kind of bigger.
I grew some basil not too long ago that thrived until my cat knocked it over.
Huh.
Isn't it pretty?
That is pretty.
Oh, nice. Is that a money tree? I have one of those.
It is.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I got one
need
from
now.
IKEA.
Now you have me interested. You said money tree.
It's a money tree, so if it dies, which mine is starting to die, that's a really bad sign.
Well,
Lord.
are you giving it water?
I am. I think the pot's too small, so I'm kind of
This one came in the bulb too, so it's really easy to maintain. So it's like
Nice.
everything, like it doesn't have. I don't have to pot it anywhere, you know. Oh yeah, Audrey, you should grow catnip.
I have a huge. I don't think Rusty needs catnip. He's already.
Okay, Audrey, it's not.
You might need a
Cats
trank.
don't need catnip.
I know. I don't think he
luxury
needs
item.
it. He'll go nuts. He already is nuts. We don't need that. You know. It's a luxury item.
It is a luxury item.
Dude, if I try and grow catnip, it's gonna fall before it can even grow properly. So.
Look, it's all right. You have a cat, so I'll excuse you killing the plants because you have an actual living animal.
And Rusty started eating the money tree,
Oh
which
Lord.
is just rude. A very metaphor. It's a metaphor.
I literally and figuratively, the cat is eating the money tree.
Yup.
Can't say we didn't warn you, Audrey. There's many things Roberto and I have warned you about, and you have just completely gone in the opposite direction.
Like what? The cat?
You know.
What else?
You know.
All right.
I won't continue shaming you in front of our audience.
For our live YouTube audience and our audio listeners, of course. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for keeping up with the uploads on the audio side. Audrey, I really do appreciate it.
I check it every once in a while because sometimes it gets full. A lot of our episodes are an hour and a half long, so
we're getting to our upload data limit.
Yeah.
I went with Buzzsprout though. I went for Buzzsprout because of their lifetime continuity, meaning that like God forbid anything happens, they host your stuff forever. So not like even if you stopped paying or you passed away and everything, your podcast lives on. Like so it lives forever. So like that's why I went with Buzzsprout for this. I have to confirm that Simplecast does the same thing. I have to confirm that because I host with them for my main podcast, which I actually need to actually start keeping up with, because I only am consistent with this podcast. I show up for you two, and I show up for the viewers, but I mostly show up for you two. For my own podcast, it's like I'm horrible, left to my own devices, but no.
Yeah, I think I uploaded like 3 this week.
Well, how many episodes? What episode are we up to on the audio side?
I think we're about. I think we're almost at 40.
Oh, sweet. Out of the 60, so that we're almost
But
caught up.
I remember last time I was doing it, it filled up, so I'm gonna have to wait a little while.
It's per week, right? It's uploads per week.
Well, at this point, I think we're just putting it up because. Oh, you mean the limit that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
sure.
sure.
I don't know. I'm gonna pull up a review that we got though, because we have a review, and I don't think that we've read it.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think we've featured this one.
I'm gonna try to start photoshopping us individual, unique thumbnails. And if we ever do get to 1,000 subscribers, once we get to like 1,000 subscribers, I will like consider like doing some kind of clip show type deal, possibly, maybe.
Okay, let me. All right, guys,
I'll finally use a mic.
check it out. All right, who wants to read it? How about Audrey? You want to read it?
Okay.
You've been quiet.
Okay. Oh god, I can't read that name. Sue Sarah Kate. I would have given it 4.83 stars, but why? Apple, why not 5, Sarah? What the hell? But Apple Podcasts only lets you rate in 1-star increments. This podcast is dope. You can watch it live when they stream on YouTube. It feels just like you're hanging out with them. It's great to hear their content creation. Just why did she give us 5? Why the 4? Why the minus 20 or 17 points?
I think they did give us 5 though. Look at the stars.
They gave us 5. That's just our
why
average.
Did she say 4.83?
Okay, I don't know. But anyway, the
I
point
want to
is,
know. Sarah's listening to this, like.
Yeah, no, I
don't know.
Sarah, come back and.
Isn't StreamYard like the best though when it comes to like doing this?
Yeah.
You guys imagine doing this without StreamYard?
Yeah.
You know, I've been getting into OBS because I streamed on Twitch for some. It's way more complicated. This is so much easier for something that's like chill. So
like with Twitch, definitely look at if you're trying to do something that's a little bit more robust because you want certain overlays and you want because StreamYard's great. But like for Twitch, if you want to get into a little bit of gaming or you want to do some of the overlays or you want to do the cool stuff that you see a lot of people in just chatting doing, you can either use Twitch Studio, which is kind of sort of okay. But if you really want to do it up and you don't want to struggle with Streamlabs, use Streamlabs OBS. Yeah, that's what I'm using. Yeah, use Streamlabs OBS instead of just regular OBS Studio. Use Streamlabs. It's the green one. Streamlabs is the green one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just checked. It's Streamlabs OBS. Yeah, it's a little complicated, but it's actually really good. And the thing is, once you learn how, and you know some Photoshop, so like once you learn how to make your stuff and everything like that, it's not that difficult to like, because you also know camera stuff. It's like you can have the quality of a top tier Twitch streamer if you're willing to like, hustle a little bit. Because like the level of quality to have your stuff look like the biggest Twitch streamers is a lot easier than making your stuff look like the biggest YouTubers and a lot cheaper. Yeah. I messed around with it a couple days ago and like made a before screen, which is some random stock footage. And then I made the like main talking one, like a little box and stuff. But I think I have what are those things called? Like HDMI link connectors or something? Yeah, like a cam link or something. Yeah, I have one of those. So I literally could set up my camera. I just have to turn it on every half an hour. Yeah, if you set up your camera, you set up your whole lights and studio and all those things. Like you do that, and then you spend like maybe 10 hours of design in like Streamlabs OBS to get all your and Photoshop to get all your graphics, get your customize your Twitch page and all that stuff. You get all your graphics, you get all your overlays, you get your animations, and you give yourself like a little commercial break skit. And just like that, if you're like a YouTuber and then you go to Twitch, you immediately have the capacity to make your stuff look like the biggest Twitch streamers in the world. Just like that.
It's very true.
Guys.
I like... Yes.
What?
No, I was going to
What do you like?
No, I was just going to keep going on about Twitch.
Well, continue.
All right. I was going to say I like already, because I was thinking why not just stream on YouTube? But I really do like the community aspect of Twitch and how like I got rated on my stream and it was some other photography dude.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. I was like, and like he was in the chat, like, because I always said in the title it was my first stream.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. I was like, this would not happen on YouTube because there's no way that they would have found me, you know?
I'll be real. I like the culture and community of Twitch more than I like YouTube.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like overall I like it more.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's pockets on YouTube that I like.
There are pockets on YouTube that I like, and I like YouTube from a career and monetary standpoint, and it makes more sense, and it has the discoverability aspect and everything like that. And Twitch is a grind. YouTube can be automated to some extent, or can be autopiloted, or can be like you can post once in a while. Like, you know, it's better to not, but like your whole thing won't die. But like if you just literally stop on Twitch, it's like... which I'm trying to now subvert with, like, one, I have the 24-hour music stream going when not, like, doing Twitch stuff. I'm going to actually start a Twitch streaming schedule once I get back to normal on YouTube. But eventually, though, I feel like, believe it or not, you can do video on demand. You can upload video on demand stuff to Twitch if you want to. Like... it's the opposite of YouTube. YouTube is video on demand with live streaming as a second, whereas Twitch is live streaming and then video on demand as a second. You see what I'm saying? So like, thing is, you can do uploads to Twitch. People don't realize that. I'm considering doing some interesting, like, more quirky stuff with Twitch, and then whenever I do want to play video games, I might as well stream. So
we should play Overwatch.
I'm gonna come out of Overwatch retirement and like, yeah, we'll do Overwatch.
That'd be fun.
And I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends. They're streamers and everything like that.
You have
it's
a lot
like,
of friends?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a lot of friends in Twitch specifically. I have a lot of friends in Twitch specifically. That's part of why I want to come over to Twitch is to actually hang out with like people that I don't get to interact with otherwise.
I also think Twitch and streaming has become a lot more social over the past year, specifically.
Yeah, Twitch lets me be a social gamer. I don't have to be a competitive gamer to have fun with friends anymore.
Yeah.
Which is healthier for me, by the way, so.
Like, I talked about this in my course video, but I really like watching streamers right now, even if it's just their clips on YouTube. Like, I find myself watching them probably more than most.
Because they're having fun. Because they're having fun.
It's actually
whereas
fun.
YouTube has become so contrived. It's not that it's not fun to do YouTube, but there's a point where when you're after 10,000 subscribers, YouTube becomes less fun.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes partly...
if you want to be serious about it.
Well, yeah, because there's then like, well, once you hit 10,000 subscribers, you start being serious about it. You start believing things are possible, and you start setting goals, and you start wanting things. Yeah. Like I found a weird, interesting, like philosophical point in life where it's like wanting things is a trap. When you start wanting things, you're doomed. If you want to be happy, the easiest way to be happy is to not want anything.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Because I was catching myself, like, when I was streaming, I was like, I feel like I need to be doing, like, more and stay, like, animated and stuff to keep people's attention. But it's like, no, you can literally just kind of chill.
Well, like, the thing is, I think that, I mean, I'm going to eventually grow on YouTube. And the thing is, at some point at a later date, I'll probably change my mind at a later date. But I think I'm about to go into a mode and a cycle on YouTube of just not wanting anything. Like, meaning that I'm going to upload videos and it's going to basically be more of, I want to give this thing, and the financial end will be what I get, obviously, and the sponsor stuff too. But like, I basically want to go back to the roots of my YouTube channel and just make content so that the thing exists in the world as a utility, because I'm tired. Like, even I get tired of looking at analytics and thinking about what's going to happen to a video that I make.
Yeah.
So I've decided to, the only way to enjoy my YouTube channel after 500,000 subscribers is to not care about the fact that I have 500,000 subscribers, and not care about that people will expect things from me, judge things from me, expect a certain level of editing. I'm like, no, my production is so well done and well lit and camera to the nines and everything like that. That's like, if I think that what the video needs is the jump cuts of like brevity, and it needs, when I do say something that I specifically do feel benefits the most from show and tell, I'm going to, even though I figured out a formula to get better retention, I'm going to abandon my formula for better retention, because I just don't like doing that much editing just for the sake of trying to hold people's attention. It's like, if my information and my trying to help people isn't good enough, then fuck it.
Yeah. I feel like I've also kind of, in a weird way, like, I think I've spent so much time overthinking everything that now I'm not as stressed about YouTube in a weird way. I just want to kind of trust that I can make good stuff. And
yeah, that's what I want to do. I know that my content is better than it was a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. I know I'm an objectively better teacher, better creator, better communicator, better producer, better editor. So why don't I ever feel like anything is good enough? And it's because I'm thinking about the perception of my channel size, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't. Yeah. So the thing is, if 500,000 ish, which I don't really believe is my cap, but the thing is, I said that was an impossible thing to reach anyway years ago, and here I am. So the thing is, there's no point in wanting anything anymore. Like, I don't really, like, it'd be nice to have a gold play button one day, but if it happens, it happens. But the thing is, it's like, I really don't care anymore, because I have other things to do. Like, I
feel like you'd be even more, you probably make better videos just because you're gonna actually, I don't know, you know? I feel like if you actually enjoy them, and especially now, you already have an audience who's there, then it'll probably do better.
Well, I mean, I just don't want to care about whether they get views anymore, because the thing is, I don't want to, like, because views are only predicated on how many people care about a topic. And the thing is, I don't care that 100,000 people don't care. Like, I mean, I do care, but I'm like, if I'm going to teach people how to better themselves, it's fine if like 5,000, 10,000 people want to better themselves. I'll accept that. It's a shame that it's not 100,000 and that 1 million people are going to waste their time on something, or even if it's not a waste of time, it's fine that there are going to be 10 million people that are going to like purely indulge in escapism instead of bettering themselves. I'll take the 10,000 though, because if we're going to talk about quality over quantity, it's no disrespect to those people who want to be entertained, but I'm going to prioritize people that are prioritizing getting their shit together.
You should put that on a shirt.
I probably will.
Wow.
But think about it. I mean, that's like, I mean, even with the stuff we're talking about with crypto or NFTs, that's a small portion of the online community. It's certainly a small portion of the world that's into this stuff. But the thing is, just because it's a small population doesn't mean that this isn't like a big deal. Because the people who are in this and are these early adopters is like going to be the people that like stand to benefit the most, because they're invested, you know? I mean, the smallest group of people in the world is the 1%. It's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to be admired by the masses, or would you rather be admired by the smaller group of people that have the ability to like make big moves? Would you want to be admired by the masses and be popular with all the kids at school or whatever and have all those people look up to you? Or do you want to be looked at by the like handful of people that actually can really make moves or do something with you or for you? You know, the people that you actually get along with, the people who share your values and are like, you know, it's like, I was fine not being popular in high school, so why worry about it now?
True. Yeah. You don't have to be stressed about that. What's the
I guess
difference
I just don't like being judged.
500K and $1 million, you know?
Yeah, well, there is a difference.
500,000.
There is a difference. I just don't like being judged, but I'm like, why
sorry, I mean it's 21.
Yeah. Well,
it's not how
like
it works.
I guess the thing that bothers me is
So it's cool. It's fine when you do
was
it.
a dad joke, Romina.
Why?
I made a face.
Because I'm old.
No, that felt like a dad joke.
All right. Well,
I guess the thing that bothers me though is just like
trying to be cool.
Just roasting you.
Yeah. No, I guess the thing that bothers me is like I hate being judged by people who don't know how this works and like will
They
kind
have
of literally
no say.
But like I really do get annoyed and it gets under my skin a little bit, but it shouldn't because it's like these people don't know anything. Like so like cuz like I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. Actually, I can tell you guys this story. I tell you this story. So you know how like because BitClout, like somebody impersonated me on BitClout and they scammed some of like my followers or whatever. Like so actually because of that, I was talking to my friends.
Did you email them?
Not yet.
Roberto, it's been over a week.
I had to do brand deal stuff. But anyway, so I was talking to my friend Steven. He runs this channel, CoffeeZilla. And so I cameoed over on his thing to talk about the BitClout thing, right? But we ended up hanging out. We were talking and like we were talking about his old channel, which I love his old channel, Coffee Break. It's my favorite type of channel, actually. I love these channels that do video essay content. It's my favorite, like probably genre of YouTube is watching video essays. If I like literally could do something for fun, like I said, I'd want to do like a video essay channel, but I'd probably want to do something like history or mythology or something like that, like talk about all the different pantheons or something, and like or even talk about cryptids. You know, like that would be really, really dope. Like, but anyway, he had this really cool channel, Coffee Break. He has this other channel now, CoffeeZilla. But we ended up talking about like YouTube stuff, and we were talking about like his old channel versus a new channel. I was saying that the issue that I feel I ran into with my channel over the years and making so much content was I made too much, like there was nothing wrong with making utility education content. The problem is, even though I do put some of myself and my personality into it, I don't feel like I ever built a deep enough personal connection with my audience to make just coming for me, regardless of the topic, enough for enough of them to then give the channel what it would need to always be benefiting from a certain baseline of momentum. And he was telling me that he feels like, yeah, that's exactly what happened to him with the Coffee Break channel, because he was trying so hard to make the content itself so valuable and so on point and do all the research and do the things that it ultimately, there wasn't enough of a balance of the personality and the personal investment in the creator. And I feel like the channels that are the most successful on YouTube are ones where you can be very invested in the creator and you're just so curious about what they will do next that you'll show up for any video that they make, even if it's not something that directly is your interest or what you're benefiting from. You're just very intrigued and invested in the creator itself themselves. And you don't have to be entertainment to do that. You'd have to be entertaining or compelling enough. And it's a very difficult thing to do when you also are so desperate to give people something valuable and useful. But it also is this thing where you just never feel like you're enough. So you kind of like almost in a weird way hide behind the value of the content because you don't feel like you're enough. And like, you know, he totally got it. He understood exactly. So I was like, it was really good to just be able to talk to somebody about that from a different perspective who's already been through it, you know, on their channel.
Did you guys see my drawing?
I did. When are you gonna do something? Audrey? Have you seen Godzilla versus Kong?
Let me look that up.
No,
Just
she
to-
hasn't. It just
I
came
have
out,
to
like,
revert.
2
I have
weeks
to.
ago.
Then definitely not.
Because the thing is, like with what you did with the Spider-Verse aesthetic, I wonder what you would do with the aesthetic.
God.
I wonder what you would do with the aesthetic of Godzilla versus Kong, though.
Dude, I will dress up as which one? Godzilla.
Wow, you don't even know which one is which.
But my curiosity for
Audrey.
you,
Wait, what
It's
is the
just-
aesthetic like?
like, well, look at the movie
It's-
posters.
It's like blue and it looks like 3D.
It's neon.
It's got the 3D colors. Oh, it's
Look at
neon.
the poster.
I would just
seeing
look up the
screenshots.
last 20 minutes of the movie. Look at the
I'll
last
watch
fight.
it. It does kind of remind me of tiny. I mean, it's just neon and like purple.
Oh, you should.
Right.
You definitely should.
There's
just watch
more
the
to it
last
than
fight.
that, but like, oh yeah.
Just watch the
Okay.
last fight between Kong and Zilla. That'll be worth the entire thing.
I didn't know those two were in the same universe. What
Oh, it's the MonsterVerse, homie. The
Yeah,
MonsterVerse.
they're
Oh, okay.
Titans.
Titans.
All right.
Monsterverse.
Wow. All right.
I'll
Well,
watch that.
She's learning, Roberto.
Mm.
And
You know what I'm mad about? I'm mad that we are like, well, unless they change their mind. But remember how we were gonna get the Dark Universe, Romina?
oh, sorry, I was reading KDX's because we are on a podcast and we have a live chat.
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah.
if you're listening, please join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's at youtube.com/noassemblypod. We do interact with our audience. If you like to.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys like
Keep
that
it
little
real
segue? How
here.
smooth was that?
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Oh my god.
Oh, really? Really?
What is it then?
Yeah, but Romina, remember how we were supposed to get the Dark Universe from
For what?
for like we were supposed to get like Quasimodo, the Mummy, like we were supposed to get this dark cinematic universe.
Right. Right.
think I could
Well,
take
they
the Mummy serious.
started to do that, and then they came out with a Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah.
And then they realized that it was a big
Priorities?
mistake.
I've made a terrible mistake.
Kong for this movie?
Kong. So Kong is part of a different thing called the MonsterVerse, which is them taking the Toho monsters from the old Japan. Like it was
I think
really.
Audrey asked if they went to Hong Kong. Is that what you asked, Audrey? I didn't
yeah,
hear.
they
I
did.
saw the building.
Yes.
All right.
I just want to make sure we answered
Nice.
her question. Continue.
Now I
Roberto.
can convince my mom to watch it with me. This is
Okay.
going to be my excuse.
Well,
we go.
make sure you block out 3 hours.
Yeah.
It is one too many hours too long.
I already know what the next Godzilla.
Wait,
good
continue.
villain
Wait,
is.
you were saying something else, Roberto. What were you saying?
What about Godzilla or about the Dark Universe?
I think we were talking about the Dark Universe. I think you
Dark
were
Universe, because
saying
we're talking about
something,
the
and then I
Tom Cruise
interrupted
thing.
you
It's
with
like I'm so annoyed that like I hope we do get it because it's like I like these cinematic universes.
right.
So like we were supposed to get Quasimodo, Dracula, the Mummy, Frankenstein. We were supposed to get like the
Apparently, we
like-
did get Dracula.
I don't know but we're supposed to get the shared cinematic dark universe.
Right. I mean,
of
it was
all
a whole
the-
thing. I think. Well, first of all, they were too spread out, and so the idea of them coming as a package was already lost because it's already been like 10 years since they announced that, and they made
I'm
it like
so-
a huge deal.
I'm so irritated.
Yeah, so what Chef in the chat says Dracula Untold was the first for the Dark Universe, and it was underrated, in their opinion. I haven't seen it, so I can't.
I have to look at it. I have to look at it because I'm like, rooting for the Dark Universe.
But again, they kind of messed up. I think they spent a lot of time pushing The Mummy. I think probably because it was just such a recognized brand with the younger generation.
Not only that, but it did so well for them as far as a box office franchise. They made so much money.
Yeah, well, the one with Brendan Fraser, let's face it, is the best one. But...
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the ones with Brendan Fraser, like they made so much money off the Brendan Fraser era Mummy.
Right, but the very first of that run is the best one.
Yes,
they're all good. The second one is really good too. The third one they started to lose me a little bit. And the whole special effects with like the Scorpion King and everything was not very good.
Yeah.
It was a little I think there were better special effects in Jurassic Park, which came out
in 1996.
Before.
Yeah.
But yeah, they shot themselves in the foot with the Tom Cruise one, which is unfortunate because I do like Tom Cruise.
Do you know?
And I do like The Mummy, so you would think that it would work, but somehow it just didn't land. I feel like just didn't.
I think. I think it might have even just straight up been bad marketing. To be real with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out the Dracula Untold one.
And
see what's up.
You know what was like, in my opinion, like a missed opportunity for Disney with something that they did that was like felt very much like The Mummy or The Scorpion King, but they like kind of messed up a little bit.
Mulan.
But it was really good. No, I haven't actually seen the new one. Believe it or not.
I haven't seen it either.
Prince of Persia.
Oh yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like that was a missed opportunity, and I felt like that would have been a really good trilogy.
Can we talk about John Carter for a second?
We can.
Did you see John Carter?
I think I did, but like refresh me on the
know if you saw John Carter. It was good.
Plot. Throw me the plot.
You should watch it again. It's like this guy, he ends up going on this and he's like jumping around. You'd remember. If you saw the poster, you'd probably remember. Because it was a huge flop. And they spent like $300 million.
I feel like I watched it, but I feel like it was so long ago.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like a hidden movie that just kind of
I'll have to see it. I'll have to watch it on one of my many streaming services.
I feel like you would like it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't remember it, because I feel like you would like it.
Yeah,
unless you
I'll watch it.
Didn't like it, but
no, I'll watch it. It's apparently it's on Disney Plus. I'll watch it.
It's entertaining, and it totally went under the radar because they spent like $300 million on the actual production.
Oh, Willem Dafoe's in it.
Yeah, it's got a really good cast, and the special effects were good. Like it was just really like one of my desktop wallpapers is a scene out of John Carter because the set design was really cool too, and the character designs, like the special effects and everything, it was really cool. But they just didn't spend any money on advertising. They completely wanted the movie to tank, and so it did. But yeah, I wish that there had been more John Carter. Like I feel like having that as a series would have been super cool.
You know what's the series they should have never canceled? Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Oh, you know what? I never.
It was so good. It was so good. You have to. I think it's on CWC. You both have to watch it. It is so good. There's so much character development. There's so much depth there.
Yeah,
There's
I remember when that was out.
Oh, so good.
I saw a couple clips. I do remember it being fairly entertaining, but I never actually saw any of the episodes.
And the thing is, because John Connor is still a teenager, like it really is. They're like his character development you're very invested in him and you're very invested in Cameron the Terminator. But like it's really, you get in my opinion, Lena Headey did such a great job with bringing Sarah Connor to life and with the struggles of being a reluctant soldier, being a parent. And then also knowing that she's not like in her own way, enough. She's not everything that John like needs to be who he's supposed to be, and that ultimately she's having to entrust him yet again to a Terminator. You know, like that she knows at the end of the day that that's his best shot. Like that, like at the end of the day, if all else fails, like she's like second string. You know, like that.
Yeah.
Like it's so there's so much there. It's just so it's so compelling, and then also just her struggles also herself as an adult, and like okay, like what does like I know I have to prepare him for this future, but I also want to prepare him for the ability to not be a train wreck as a human or a total loss as a human if I'm able to offer him a better future than the one he's been promised. You know, if they can stop Judgment Day, she doesn't want him to like be a total train wreck and mess of a human being if they avert Judgment Day. At the same time, she doesn't want him to not be what he needs to be if she can't stop Judgment Day. So it's like this whole thing where she has to still be she still has to raise him to be a good person and a good leader.
Yeah. Yeah, there was enough subtext and content in the original stories and films to warrant a series.
It was so good.
Yeah, I have to check it out. Now, I have an idea here. Audrey. Why don't you tell us some YouTubers that maybe you've been eyeing? Maybe you've discovered some new YouTubers or something. Any new YouTubers?
Honestly, no. I've been watching streamers. Like all the new YouTubers I found, but I don't
start watching Omni.
Gotten... All right, I'll write this out. I want to find more girl like streamers.
I want Audrey to tell us
because I haven't gotten far enough down the Twitch rabbit hole yet where I'm finding smaller creators.
Watch
like
my
right
friend.
Now I'm still in the mainstream. So.
Watch my friend Miss Click. You like?
Oh
her?
yeah, I follow her because we met.
Oh
her.
sweet. Yeah. So watch her. Yeah, that's right. You hung out with. We all hung out together back in Florida, back in the good old days at Podfest.
Yeah, I follow her. I just want to find more girls. Like right now, I really like Valkyrie's content, but she's like super popular.
Mega.
I want to try and find smaller ones too.
So who have you been watching?
A lot of Valkyrie.
Oh,
out of streamers.
Watch my friend CKC.
Okay, I'll write these down. How do you spell that?
SEE like C, okay. And then KAY, and then C, as in SEE, CKC.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Add that to the list. I want to find more. Yeah.
What games does Audrey like? This question comes from our audience member, Katie.
What's your main in Overwatch?
I think I like Valorant too. It looks kind of along the same lines.
What's your main in Overwatch?
Tracer. Obviously.
You would.
I like to annoy people Tracer. And then dip. That is my purpose.
What is yours?
Tracer. Are you Reaper?
No. I can play Reaper. No, I can play Reaper. The thing is, I can play almost any. I can play almost any character.
You play all of them at once.
Here's the thing. I'm actually pretty good. I'm like, okay, so like it's cheap, but I will destroy anyone with Bastion, even with him being nerfed. Even with him being nerfed, I am a murder machine with Bastion. But the thing is, that's just one route I could go.
I'm about to leave this call.
That's one route I can go.
No.
But I also am like pretty ruthless with Soldier 76. I'm okay with Diva. I actually am pretty good with Reinhardt. Like, but I have to, because the thing is, I can do really good support with Reinhardt. Like, I'm really good at support with Reinhardt. in terms of tanking. Same with Diva. But I can combo pretty well with like Diva. I'm kind of mean actually.
I've done terrible Diva bombs so many times.
Oh, I'm just a dick.
I think I've been I don't know.
Like people hate me. I also am pretty good with God, why am I spacing on the name? Farah.
Junkrat. Oh.
Farah. No, Farah.
All right.
Like justice reigns from above. Like, yeah, no, I'm really good with Farah. Like,
I don't like Farah's because I can't do anything against.
Oh, I'm really good with Farah.
I haven't played in so long. I used to play when I was in like high school, and then
we have an Overwatch team here in Atlanta.
What? Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard about.
We have a pro team.
A long time ago. I didn't know anything.
I'm trying. I need to figure out how much it really would cost me to like become the owner of an esports team.
I mean, probably a couple years ago you would have a better chance.
I know. I didn't have the disposable income back then. Like now I'm like, oh, I have disposable income, but clearly not enough now that esports is actually popular.
Yeah, I remember like Overwatch was how, because like my friend was talking about it.
It might be cheaper to build an esports team.
They're starting an esports league, and I was like,
it might be cheaper for me to literally build an esports team for the ground up. It might actually be cheaper for me to build an esports team than to buy one.
Well, Space Station is doing really cool stuff with their esports team.
Yeah, that's true.
They kind of started it. Did they start that first or after the integrations?
They started
they
that
have multiple
first.
Branches.
They started that first. Yeah, they have multiple. Yeah, they started that first.
That's cool. They don't do Overwatch though, so. I don't think. Yeah, but we
like. I feel like. Stuff. Yeah, I feel like I could like. I play Magic the Gathering a lot. I'm like platinum tier. I also like at some point we got to get an Among Us game going again, and I could probably get more of my friends in on that too. I'd probably get more of my like friends in on that too. From my like old imposter crew, like like freaking get like roll 10 deep. We can roll 10 deep. Like that'd be fun.
We can probably get some friends to join. That'd be
fun. No, that could be fun. So there's that. I really want to start a damn esports team now. I need more money though.
There's too many projects.
I know. Like that's actually my biggest problem. Like, but like actually it is and it isn't. What I really just need to do though is like I need to put like a bunch of money into some investment that works out really well. Or I need to get a book deal that like gives me a massive advance. Like, because like Gary has so many projects, and I'm like, yes, my brain works that way. How do I do it all? Like, and yes, he has all these people. And I'm like, that's my issue. Is like I just have to make more money, hire more people, scale more projects, make more money, hire more people, scale more projects, so I can do everything. It's like I really, really want to do everything. That's why I do everything. Why can't I just do everything?
I feel this on a spiritual level.
Like, why can't I just do everything?
I feel it on a spiritual level.
I know, right?
I feel you.
So yeah, I mean, I guess I just for the next 2 years have to focus on like funding all the cool stuff I want to do.
Yeah, growing a team.
Yeah, because I mean, it basically comes down to I just want to do things. I just want to make things. It's like I don't want the money to like live large. I want the money to be secure, but I want to be secure so that I can just spend my life building cool stuff. That's all I really want to do is I just want to make stuff.
That's a good plan.
That's all I ever wanted. All I've ever wanted is to make cool shit. That's all. That's all I've ever wanted. And I do that every day. I just want to do more of it.
Yep.
Well, in the time that we were recording this podcast, Doge is now at 0.25.
Wait,
Oh my god.
are you serious?
Yeah, so we've gone from 0.20
You
to
wanna-
0.25 in the hour that we were hanging out.
Jeez,
Oh my
God.
god.
Like
It's currently a
Keem's
quarter.
probably like
It's a
Keem's
quarter.
probably like Keem's probably doing play-by-play tweets every 30 minutes right now of how much this is going up. It's like he put so much money in. Like, cause the thing is, I'm not a degenerate gambler. Like, I wish I had the money to be one.
No, I wish I had. Yeah.
I wish I had the money to like put in $250,000 into this stuff and not care. Cause like that's where that's what happens though.
That's
when
when
like
it starts to be fun.
but that's what like these big YouTubers who like can go to their like people and say, hey, I need to pull like a bunch of my money because I'm gonna go buy some crypto. Like Logan and like Keem and like I don't think Jimmy does crypto. I'm like I know like all he cares about is YouTube, but it's like I'm shocked he doesn't do crypto.
Maybe he does. He just doesn't.
Maybe, but he doesn't talk about it. Like I don't know. It just seems like he would talk about it.
Yeah. I'm hanging on until it makes it to $1.
Are you really? Are you
Yeah.
gonna take profit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've already made more than the money back that I invested.
I might just because I already took profit before and it was so good. I might have just let this ride until it's like $50 or like I might as well. I mean, even if it goes to $1.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good money for me. That's like, okay, that's $2,000.
Right.
Like, but even if it goes to $50, that's $1,000. I'll like, I'll take $1,000 I didn't have for no reason. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm at too. And I've been selling like little by little when I see that there's peaks.
Wow. My Ethereum Classic is almost at 35. I bought in at $10, guys. It's almost at 35.
Nice.
Like I'm doing great. 237% return.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
there's
even
only
if you get in now, it's still going up, you know?
Do you know there's only I didn't put a bunch of money in, but there's only a few stocks that I've ever had that like work out for me on. Like I tripled my money on Sprint back in the day. I cashed out on that already. But like there was this thing I had some in. I wish I had bought more back then, but like I bought this thing Mesa Rich. It's MAC. I bought that a while back. And it's at 139% for me, but I didn't buy a bunch of it. At one point I did, but then I like chickened out and took like my money and ran. Viacom, I've held on to my 5 shares of Viacom for a minute, 173% in the last, I think, almost 2 years, 173% return. Like Snap, my freaking Snap chat, man. Oh my God. It's so ridiculous. Like I sold my other shares. I sold my other 3 shares and I profited. I did well. I tripled my money on those. Like I got in at 10, I sold at 30, but I held on to 1 share. I kind of wish I'd held on to the other 3, but again, you triple your profit. Why be greedy, right? But like Snapchat is at $63 and I got in at like apparently I got in around like 13 and it's $63 now. God, I wish I had held those other 3 shares, but again, I'm not going to complain too much about just turning $10 into $30. Like, you know.
Did you guys see that the BitClout creators have collected $200 million in Bitcoin? So it says KDX.
I feel like it's a scam.
A scam for the people who are investing, who are putting
I
money
just
into
don't like the name BitClout. I'm already getting bad vibes.
This whole thing reminds me of BitConnect. BitConnect. Like,
oh my god!
Like,
oh no! You just brought back a memory I forgot.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the chat, but
because earlier I talked about the cryptozoology thing, the cryptid channel.
Oh, okay.
But I really would have like a faceless YouTube channel literally dedicated to The cryptids. Yeah.
Cryptids.
Cryptids. Yeah. It's like, Bigfoot, the chupacabra, freaking Nessie. God, what else? Cthulhu. Well, no, Cthulhu's not really a cryptid. Cthulhu's a dark eldritch abomination, one of the old ones.
Mm.
Yeah, even the Lovecraftian gods would be an interesting YouTube channel.
Guys, you should join Podchaser.
Cosmic Horrors, that's what it was. The Cosmic Horrors.
You should join Podchaser. The two of you.
They have a profile on me. I think I need to.
What do you mean? I haven't added you to we have a no assembly required page on there, and we have a review and everything. And I'm listed on there as a creator.
I think it has me. I think it has me in general.
Let me look for you. I'm gonna look for you, and I'm gonna add you.
Okay.
Audrey.
What?
Really?
You're gonna add me?
21.
Yeah, man, there are so many appearances I need to add. I've been on Vipe Drive more than once. Christ, I've been on Vipe Drive more than once. Sheesh.
Wait, what is this?
Oh, Vipe is on. His podcast is on Podchaser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man.
And it has me as a guest once. I've been on that Creative Life more than once. I need to add all of my freaking appearances to
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna add you to. Let me see, Roberto.
Where's our podcast?
Oh, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I first created it, I didn't see you on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
no, this is great. This is actually great. I might actually have to add my Podchaser or embed it somehow into my website, in terms of my website, because if I can embed this in my website, it actually is a better way to kind of keep track of all of my appearances. Yeah. Dope.
That's cool. I didn't know this existed.
Guys,
Guys, we need to put our podcast on here.
we do
all the time. We do? Oh my goodness. Well,
I have
for 2 minutes.
It's been on our link tree too. I created this when we made our podcast. It's been here for a while.
Why is Roberto not on the creators, Romina?
That's what I just said right now. This is
because she didn't know I was on the site.
No. It's because when I looked it up, you weren't on the platform.
Oh.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing it now.
All right.
Now the things have changed. Let's see.
No. This is great.
It says was added as a host. Okay, so have you been added? Why don't I see you? Do you have to accept it?
I don't have an account. By that I mean I haven't claimed my account.
Oh, that's why. That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta claim your account. You guys gotta. Yeah, you guys gotta get on there and.
Oh, okay, I'll do that.
And I think maybe let's see.
I can sign up with Twitter. Okay, I'll do that then. Authorize app. By the way, you guys should really, not you guys, but the folks on the audio and the folks in the chat should actually follow me on Twitch and become a follower.
Oh yeah, guys, follow us all on Twitch. Wait, Romina, do you have one?
Listen, I was on Twitch before all of y'all.
Oh.
I was on Twitch before it was
Before I
Twitch.
was born?
I literally have /Romina. I'm not even kidding. Look up look up twitch.tv. You're gonna see it. /Romina. It's my channel. You guys think I'm joking, but I have it because I've been on there since it was Justin.tv.
That's fair. Yeah, you are an internet old head.
Excuse me.
I mean that in the most positive way.
I want to claim my rights.
Wait, I have to verify that it's my podcast?
Yeah, hold on a sec. We'll figure all this out. I'll figure all of that out.
Oh,
I'll
I
add
have
you
to
guys because I
paste
made.
this in the show notes. What?
Wait, did you make a profile,
I'm
Audrey?
gonna post it here.
Wait. Did you make a profile?
I'm verifying
Audrey?
myself.
I see you. Okay. I'm gonna add you as the host now.
Oh. Wait, it says it's gonna send an email to. It's not mine. I don't know who's. It must be the one that we signed up the podcast with. I don't think I need to do this, right? You can just add me.
I will figure all of this out.
Okay.
Did we wrap up?
Okay.
We can.
Because we've been at it for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. Do you want to think of an outro?
I think I've got it.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to the Notice Only Required podcast, a podcast where we talk about nothing and where this podcast will later be sold to you as an NFT at an exuberant price. So be sure to make sure you like, subscribe, and give us a review in Apple Podcast. You can't do so in Spotify because, well, they won't do their damn job. This has been your trio signing off, starting, of course, with Audrey, Pfizer Gang, Ember, Romina of the Moderna Mafia, and of course the cure for all things, your Dark Lord of the interwebs, Roberto Blake. Thank you for listening to the Noticeably Required podcast, filmed in front of a live YouTube audience, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time-ish. We will see you next time. Nop.